Welcome back. This is Own It 2013. My name is Harrison Welsheimer, owner of MusicMunch. And with me are James and the Devil. Guys, killer set tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Really
Thank
did.
you.
Starting out, there's a lot of music floating around out there on the internet now. That's where we consume a lot of it. How do you guys make yourselves stick out?
Just by playing more shows than any other band in Colorado.
How often do you guys play?
3 nights a week. Minimum, yeah. Yeah, we've had 5 weekends off in the last 4 years.
Whoa. I had no idea. When you said just a minute ago that you weren't sure where you were playing, I get it now. Wow. That is awesome.
We're actually in Fruta this weekend and Boulder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doing a biker rally and Connors, I
Yeah.
think. Going to Connors.
Nice. So are you guys pretty much full time with it?
Oh yeah, we're dedicated. Yeah.
Still takes money to do it though, so we
Yeah.
all have to definitely have our
Some sort of income in other areas.
part
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
We're not quite where you'd think we want to be yet.
Yeah, that's okay.
We're getting there.
It takes time. Like that's where I'm with my business too. Is like it takes steps
Oh, yeah.
to get there, to break down that wall.
I'll tell you what, we've definitely seen a huge surplus of action in the last 6 months. Everything is getting better. We played Red Rocks. We played the Bluebird before, but we played the Bluebird for our record release party, which means that it was our night at the Bluebird.
Yes.
I mean, it's a definitely. I mean, we're not backsliding.
No,
Yeah.
not at all. So what made this last 6 months different than the previous? Because you guys have been together for a while.
Dude, you tell me. I don't know. We ain't doing nothing different. We're doing the same thing, but all of a sudden we're finally getting recognition for it.
Nice.
We played a Westward competition. It's like a battle of bands for the Westward, and they really pumped us up, and
Yeah.
they got us on Red Rocks and pulled some really cool strings for us in the past few months, as
Well,
well as Colorado Music Buzz.
Yeah,
They've
that's
always been pushing
I
us
know
and helping us.
their competition.
And the amount of practice, you definitely you catch up to that. You know, all those days on stage, all those hours spent practicing, eventually it'll catch up to you. And I think that's what's happening the last 6 months, is that it's finally catching up with us. All that time, all that effort we've been putting into it, finally, starts getting you down the road a little bit farther, gets our van a little bit farther down the road. We definitely, I've been traveling. Yeah, this season we've had an excellent music festival season, and so each summer that comes along, it seems like, a couple summers ago it was 2 or 3 big festivals, and then it turns into 4 or 5 big festivals, and then it turns into every single weekend in the summer you're doing some big festival, some other town, and you really just build up that fan base. So really, I think in the last 6 months, I think it's just all the hard work catching up to us.
Fruits of our labors.
So yeah, exactly.
And we still got a long way to go.
Yeah. Well,
it seems.
Where is that? Where is that go? Where is that destination?
Well, when we don't have to have side jobs and we can just make money playing music, I think that would be excellent. Plus, that'll put us out there to put some more time and effort practicing. If we don't have to go and work side jobs here and there,
We'd be making albums
Yeah,
way
if our
faster.
job was to show up and write a tune, that's I think where every band would want to eventually head up.
I think that's every band's goal.
Yeah, it has to
To
be.
not worry
And if
when
it's
you
not,
hear-
it has to be.
Yeah.
You got to make it your job. If you want it to be your job, you got to make it your job.
Yeah, to not worry when you hear a weird sound under the hood.
Yeah,
To the point where
you
you're like-
got a van
to
that
the
runs.
point where you're like, I don't care about that sound. I'm gonna drop this car off at the shop. It's not about being rich. It's just about being worry free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally understand. That's where I'm at too. Yeah,
And all the festivals, that's our main chance to actually see other artists. And when you get exposed to the real deal artists that are giving real deal messages, and all of a sudden you reevaluate yourself, and it's like, we have a ways to go.
Yeah, but you can see it at least.
Yeah.
Well, you can see where you need to go with it too.
Right.
Half of it is envisioning where you want to be, right?
Exactly.
I think everybody that's set a goal and has seen that goal and made it accomplish that realizes. I think that's the secret of life, kind of being able to envision yourself doing what you want to do and then make it happen. So.
And I understand you're kind of the manager, the acting manager.
Yeah, the acting manager.
He doesn't get paid any extra though.
He's
Yeah.
the brain of the show.
So how do
should,
you
though.
how do you guys, as you doing a lot of, how do you balance the work and playing and all?
Well, I'll do a lot of little part-time jobs actually with Dave. He
employs me part-time, and that really helps because he's a good boss to have. And but I have a lot of time to work on the band, and I work on it a lot with Jim. Sit
I
at
would say
home
all
and
of us
brainstorm.
accomplish this by the skin of our teeth. I
Yeah.
really would say
It's been a
we are-
long time
I mean,
working
really,
on it too.
Paying the bills and being a musician is not easy.
And
No.
just even getting to the point of being able to headline a show, having enough material that's not just all the stuff you've written, but the right stuff to.
Right. Yeah.
You
Well,
accumulate all that.
I would say where you guys are is really exciting compared to most of the bands that I know that have full-time employment and don't even have a clue where to take the next step to get to part-time employment or
Yeah, but you could, there's a good side to that too. I mean, like it takes money to start. So if you don't give another job just even the slightest bit of time, then
At least
you're
20%.
you're not going to get anywhere to begin with.
True.
And it really takes the dedication of the whole. Like unless all 5 of us were dedicated, we wouldn't have made it this far.
Right.
You do definitely weed out the weak links. Somebody that isn't as serious as you are, they'll eventually find their way out the door.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny how bands do that. They got to stick together long enough to get rid of those people that aren't like-minded.
Yep.
And so that really contributes to a band sticking around, doing what it takes. And people don't think about that, but it definitely people that stick around and do what they want to do. I mean, it really will take you to that next level.
Yeah.
So.
My boys and I pretend to want to climb the corporate ladder, but the ladder we want to climb is the rock and roll ladder. That's
Yeah.
the real ladder.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you're doing it because that set out there was full of energy and a lot of musical highs and lows in terms of like the way you saw the overall performance. It was so many bands you get a song like that's a good song and then the next song sounds just like it and then the next one it's like that's all they know. But you guys definitely have a lot of colors in your.
That's
in your palette.
Jim. Jim tries not to write any 2 songs alike, and he's our main writer. We all write. We all bring things to the table, but I mean, he's the main one who puts it all together. And
It's
we
just the
don't
same
do
way,
two of the same thing.
you're trying to get to a place as a band. You got to picture your set. How do you want to see your set as a fan?
Yeah.
You
And
wanna
I
start-
think it could be to our detriment because you can't label us.
right.
And some of that is each one of us brings a different what we want to hear the band play. So that's where you get all the difference.
We don't dress
One
the
tune
same.
you got a fiddle tune, the other tune you got this guy rapping, the other tune you got this guy slaying the guitar and doing like the rock side of it.
Yep.
And then you got funky bass licks and you got a driving drums. I mean, it really. You start adding it together in each song, you can
And you
switch
can
it
really
up.
highlight each individual,
Right.
and it's almost like passing the ball to your teammate.
Yeah.
So like one song might focus on one other person in the band more than anyone else, and then the next
we allow
song.
each other to shine.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome. Social media, love it or hate it?
Love it.
Dude,
Yeah, you gotta
Can you
have
imagine
it.
not
Haven't
having
embraced
it?
it enough. Haven't
Yeah.
embraced it enough.
I mean, but
I-
a lot of musicians are just like, oh, it's a drag because there's, you gotta post
Well, you lose all your friends because everyone's like, oh, you don't lose them, but you can tell, the personal posts you
You're
get
playing
50
again?
likes,
You're
your
playing
band
again?
posts you're getting like 2 likes, it just happens. Everyone's like, man,
There's a fine line.
I like what he's doing, but hearing something from him every day is that
Every
worth it?
weekend.
Yeah,
There's a
man.
fine line between. Would you guys agree?
I do it ruthlessly
between
though.
Pumping it too
I
hard
don't
and
care.
not pumping it hard
Pump
enough.
up those things.
Oh yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
fine line. Would you say that? I mean, it
Absolutely.
really. Sometimes you feel like we're not doing enough promo, and sometimes you feel like we're doing too much promo.
Yeah.
Well,
There's a
especially
real
when you
fine
play
line.
a lot. Now,
Yeah, exactly.
when you're playing a lot, are those venues that expect you to draw?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of them.
Yeah, that's
I
the
mean,
hard.
the mountain towns are one exception because a lot of resorts and stuff, which are really nice during the winter season.
Yeah, you just put in. Make
The
money.
fall, like the only places you can play are where you draw. A lot of
Yeah.
times.
I mean, that's the
seasons.
reason they're booking you.
Yeah, of course. Right, you're the
Right,
entertainment.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
why they're
I
having
mean, I'd prefer not to have to try to draw anybody, just so we can
Sell
we
tickets
can be
and
the
stuff.
strangers,
Yeah.
being like, you've never heard us before, playing for a crowd of strangers. Like that's wonderful,
Well, because you said, because Pedals of Spain is the band I manage, and we played, did the CD release at Bluebird Friday, and it took 2 months of planning and then pulling people. Like, we were all out. Even I'm the manager, I don't even play in the
Yeah,
band, and
nice.
I'm out there like, buy a ticket, you know?
Well,
Yeah.
not only do band members have jobs, but people have jobs. And if you
Yeah.
don't coordinate with everybody, like, hey, we're having a party, and you might want to take off
Plan
this
a night
day.
off.
yeah, exactly.
If you don't
Right.
if you don't
Day
tell them
after.
that much, I mean,
Exactly.
they won't even have the chance. So I mean,
Right.
social media helps you at least get the ball rolling
Yeah.
instead of driving around everywhere.
But I would say that there is a negative side to it, that there's 152 million bands that ain't got it and are pumping harder than we are on Facebook and
Yeah.
YouTube. So you have to fight that battle.
It's changing
But
too, though. You also have to realize the music industry isn't what it used to be. You
No.
know, it's not a sales of a record. Now it's a sale of an MP3, and it's like
how many
it's
hits on
marketing
YouTube.
and everything. Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Yeah, totally. Well, it sounds like to me you guys are doing some very exciting things, and good luck.
Oh,
Awesome.
thank you
Yeah,
so much.
thanks, dude. Thanks, man.
Thank you and all of your.
Yeah,
good luck in all your
yeah,
endeavors.
Thank you very much. Definitely.
Yeah.
James and the Devil, ladies and gentlemen.